Okay, let's go. We're recording.
You're recording.
Yes.
Weird. Okay, so basically this program is a super cool project of mine that relates to my piezoelectric shoe insert idea. So basically what this does, we'll go through the program. So basically what it does is these are calculate force matrix, calculate energy output. So what that does is it takes the user input from here, which the user input is enter in force applied at the heel in newtons. So what the scan statement does is it scans in the user's input and then it'll apply it to those calculations stated up there. So enter in the force applied at the heel, at the arch, and at the toe where the three piezoelectric components are. And then what that does from there, then you can enter in the piezoelectric coefficient for the heel, so like 300, and then for the arch and for the toe and the heels where it's going to be the highest, and then arch will start to get lower, and then toe will be like 20. And then enter the capacitance value, heel, arch, toe, same thing. Now the cool thing about this is what the transformation matrix does is basically it takes the first row is the force applied at the heel, piezoelectric coefficient, and the capacitance value for the heel. The second row is the arch, third row is the toe. So that transformation matrix is what basically, the transformation matrix in linear algebra is basically, it's like a tool that you can use in linear transforms in 2D or 3D scale. So you can use it for rotations, scalings, and in this case, it basically shows the transformed forces from the contribution of the heel, arch, and the toe, which is why each row is represented by each value for heel, arch, toe. So it's pretty cool how linear algebra can be applied to this. And then from there, then he prints the output. So energy output, heel energy output, arch energy output, toe energy output. And then it'll give you tips like consider utilizing the heel energy based on how much you put for the heel input. So it's just cool how it can kind of like, the user input aspect of it, let's put it that way. So yeah, that's basically what he's doing. It keeps putting out the output, transform forces for the heel, arch, toe, generated charges from each. So it does a lot of output.
You wrote all this?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now, you can run it.
Okay, let's see.
Pops up over here. Okay, so what this does, enter in the force applied at the heel. Pick a value.
Does it matter what kind of value?
Go a little high.
1012? Is that too high?
1012.
I don't know. What you tell me. What I have no idea.
Okay.
What's a?
Oh, I said do that. Okay, we're gonna do it on this screen.
Okay, that's fine.
It's being weird. Okay, enter the force applied at the heel. Pick one.
Okay, so that was too high.
Yeah.
Okay, so 150.
Too low.
Okay, 900.
Sure. 900.
Yes.
Okay. At the arch.
700.
To toe.
200.
Okay. Piezoelectric coefficient.
What is that?
That's basically, it's kind of like a representation of how much energy it's going to be outputted for the piezoelectric coefficient. So like for lead, zircon, and titanate, piezoelectric coefficient is going to be higher because it's the output more energy. So
what's a reasonable number to put in there?
you tell me.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I just told you.
I don't know. 350.
Okay.
I don't.
Just go lower.
Okay, 185.
Cool. And toe is super low.
52.
Lower.
20.
Yeah. Let's go with that. Capacitance value.
What is that?
Go higher.
Higher than what?
Like 300, like higher than that.
Okay, 385.
Okay. Keep going. Just think of a number. Doesn't really matter at this point.
11.
That's way low.
Okay.
It's gonna give weird results.
Well, then go back. Can you go back?
Actually, that's something I can add. Keep going.
I don't know, 25.
25, okay. Okay, basically, let's go back to up here.
Okay.
Where's my, oh, there it is. Okay, so basically, what this does, transform forces, what that does is it calls back to right here.
Mm-hmm.
that's transformed forces. What that does is it's taking the calculation from right here from the user input, and then it's outputting it right here. So that percent 0.2f, that's basically that's kind of like a placeholder basically. And what that does is it takes this transform forces, which is the calculation right here, and then when you put it in quotes and comma, what that does is it takes that value and then it puts it right there. It's an identifier. I was thinking it's an identifier. So the identifier takes that calculation and puts it in there, which is why I have 700 newtons, and I put it to 5 significant figures, 590.00 newtons and 490.00 newtons. Now back up here, you can go generated charges, which again right here, so you can see the charge and the identifiers right there, which is from PZT. This is the identifier, which is the value right there, and that's getting it from the calculation that we're doing right here from the user input and then calculating it against the forces. So from what that does, generated charges from the heel, arch, toe in each unit. So yeah, energy output, same thing. It's taking it from the identifier and the calculations right here, and then what that does, outputs it right here. And then energy output for piezoelectric shoe insert, same thing, taking it from calculations, blah blah blah. And then what it does at the end is those suggestions about utilizing heel energy output, arch energy output, things like that. So yeah, so all the output.
Wow. And how is this going to help with your, what is your insert called?
Piezoelectric shoe insert. Could probably think of a better name for it. That's the technical name.
All right.
But basically the value of this program in the piezoelectric shoe inserts is that what this does is it can basically, you taking in the values of how much force you're putting down, all of that, and then what it does is it can figure out how much output you're going to get from how far you go. So what this program can do is it can kind of test for you how much energy output that you really need, and you can test it based on how much an average person can put down, and then from there you can adjust piezoelectric coefficients, try testing them, putting them in different places. This is kind of like a testing, so you put them in different places, tweak the program, try it again, and see how the energy raises or decreases. So yeah, it's kind of like a tool.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, it's super cool, and I really like how it applies the LA and the chemistry where the actual internal dipole moments, that's where the actual chemical reaction happens, converting the energy. So that's super cool. So it's literally using linear algebra, chemistry, programming, all of that can go into this project. So
Sweet. All right. High five.
I'm still recording.
Yes.